Hi, this is Chris from computernutters.blogspot.com. Today I'll be talking about simple maintenance on your computer. If your computer's running slow, if it's not running as fast as it should be, this is the video to watch. It's very simple and very straightforward to do. Any user can do it. So let's say, for example, you come home from work, college, or wake up in the morning and you turn your computer on, and you've noticed usually it takes maybe a minute, 2 minutes to start up, and today it's taken slightly longer, and you can see that the hard drive light is flashing a lot or is permanently on. Now this basically means your hard drive is clogged up. So simplest way to do this is do a defrag, which will then neaten everything up and put it all neat, so the hard drive won't have to look through loads of files to find one. It's all in order and it knows where to look. Now you can use the default Windows one, which you can find by going to Start menu, All Programs, Accessories, System Tools, Disk Defragmenter. Now I am using Windows 7. If you're using XP, it's in the same place, but it will just look differently. If you're using Vista, same again. This is the normal Windows one. Now I don't use the Windows one. I use the Oglistic one. Now the way to download it is you simple enough go to your browser, go to Google, which I do, type in Oglistic, and then go down to defrag, and there it is. Now you can even download it from the actual website, or you can do what I do and just, if you see CNET, download it from CNET. It's straight there, click download, and then once it's downloaded you just follow the on-screen instructions. Now I'm not going to download it because sorry about that, I already have it. Now simple to use, although if you want to use it effectively it will take some time to set up. Basically you go into settings, go program settings. This is what I do, and it will basically make your computer boot a lot faster. You see here, you got loads of it, all these settings here. You can have a schedule running and everything. Now what you do is you go to this tab right here, and then you click, make sure that one's ticked. Now what that will do is the system files that the computer will need to boot will be moved to the start of the hard drive, so that from then on, when you go to start the computer, it boots a lot faster. And you can skip fragments larger than, so if you've got a fragment there which is bigger than, I don't know, 10 gigs for example, I mean if you did, I'd be worried, but for example if you did, it would not defrag it. So yeah, you can go delete temporary files before defragging, so obviously temporary internet files or whatever. So that's that set up, and yeah, then you can choose which, and then you've got either defrag, which is just normal defrag, or you've got defrag and optimize, which basically optimizes each and every individual file, so it runs a lot faster, but the program itself will run slower. I always do that, and I do it maybe once a week, every 2 weeks, depending on whether or not I've been using the computer a lot. But that's simple enough to make your computer boot faster or run slightly faster. Another way is basically to use something called CCleaner. Now CCleaner you can download the same way again. Go onto here and type in CCleaner. It's Pyroform. Yet again, CCleaner down there. This is what I will download it from. Make sure it's the up-to-date version, which is 3.2. Yes, that is right. And then, but I have it already. So, and here it is. And I really like this program due to it gets rid of all your internet files. It cleans up your start menu, cleans up your cookies, gets rid of everything. You can change it around. So if you want to keep the cookies, you can untick it, etc., etc. And let's, for example, analyze now. This will now tell me there. It shows me there I have 133.8 megabytes of temporary internet files and stuff which is pretty much not needed. You can see it here and that. I mean, and then you go into, and it does your registry. You scan for issues through your registry, and it will clean up your registry, sort your registry out. And yet again, which is I like it as well, is you've got tools here which you can use to uninstall programs. For example, if you've installed a game, you don't want it, you can uninstall it. and I find it's a lot faster because I found with add and remove programs within Windows, it takes a while to start up. With this one here, it's clicked, it's done. You can also sort out your startup, so you can have a look through here and you can think to yourself, right, I've got that running, which on startup, which makes it run slower. So then you can disable it. You can disable it, or you can't disable it. That won't let me. Let's find something I can. There we go. Windows Live Messenger disabled. There you go. Now that's disabled. Now, if you want it enabled again, you enable it. Simple as. Or you can even delete it. System restore. You can basically see how many restore points you've got here. I mean, as you can see, I've got a fair few. You've got drive wiper, which is pretty much, it's just simple enough to do. You can click on that and you can tell it to exactly what to do. With options, you've got obviously that. Settings, obviously you've got all this, default stuff really, or you can even tell it what cookies to keep. You can see here what cookies you have, and you can see what cookies you want to get rid of, or what cookies you want to keep. And from that, whenever you run the cleaner, it will keep them, so you don't have to keep putting your email address in. But yeah, that's 2 ways of keeping your computer running fast. I mean, the other stuff's common sense, really. I mean, especially if you boot up, make sure your desktop's clear, because the more stuff you have on your desktop, the more stuff has to load. Make sure you keep your files organized, don't have them lying all over the place, because yet again, it takes longer to boot up. But yeah, thanks for listening and watching. I hope you have learned something from this. If you would like any requests for videos, just email our YouTube account, and if we are able to do them, we will get a video up as soon as we can. Thanks again.